Hey everybody, come on in. This is the Daily Bern, the war room of the political revolution. We will start in just a minute. I give a little bit of time for you to get in and share. Please share. We got to be the media. It's our job to share independent shows like this. If we don't share it, and that doesn't get out. The ultimate way to share the show is in the comments section. Ginger, hey Ginger, was good enough to share the YouTube link to this same show. Very same show, except it's on YouTube. So you go to YouTube and you can, while you're there, subscribe to my channel. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. That's a good way to help me out if you want to help me out tonight. Maybe you like the burn and you want to do something nice for me. Go over to my YouTube channel and give it a share or a like or, subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. But thank you, Ginger, for sharing that link. That would be a great thing that you could do to help me out. But this show is for us. This show I created a few months ago, maybe what, 5, 6 months ago, and I don't know exactly. I'd have to look. We're creeping up on 200 episodes. I'll tell you that much. We're in the 170s at this point. We're getting close to 200 episodes of the Daily Burn of this little show, and I started it because there wasn't a show like it. There was a lot of independent media out there. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of people telling the truth. There's a lot of people telling you what we're up against and how bad things are. But there's not very many people telling you how to do something about it. And something is happening right now that is how change takes place. And I believe in that. I believe in that movement, that revolution. Now, I've had people tell me that I need to shy away from words like the war room and that this is a fight. This is a fight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the one that have to break that to everybody. But we're not going to get this with hugs and flowers. And we're not coming to ask permission, and no one's going to give us permission. We have got to get rid of this loser victim mentality. We own this. See, the thing about this show that I think I need to clear up right off the bat is that this particular little show is hosted by a true believer. Now, I believe this to my core. I believe in what we're doing in an unshakable way. So I am putting myself out here to be the rock for the rest of you. And anytime you're struggling, to come here, that's what this show is for, to gather here and draw inspiration. And trust me, I draw inspiration from the people that come here. So it's working, it's doing something, and it's my contribution to the revolution and to this fight. But it is a fight and it is a revolution. This is, hopefully stays, a peaceful revolution. There are different kinds of fights. Shying away from that word, I get it. I get it because we're more about love and we're more about compassion and we're more about justice and things like that. But how do we get those things? We have to fight for them. That doesn't mean fist fight. Doesn't mean grab torches and pitchforks. Not yet, anyway. You know what I mean? We may have to get the guillotines out. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Medi, I'm just teasing. But there's people that tell me we need to shy away from the fight talk. This is a fight. This is absolutely a fight. We have to take this. Because we might be kidding about guillotines, but they will quite literally destroy everything. Their greed will never, ever come to its fruition, and they'll never reach their fill. They want it all. They want everything, and they'll destroy it all to get it. These people are like dragons in a Tolkien novel. I've made that comparison many times. Now, we're not talking about a lot of people here. We're talking about a handful of people. People like a Jeff Bezos, someone like that, like a Bill Gates, you know, someone with immense wealth and power that also pays nothing into society. These people, they don't have loyalty to any particular country. They're not loyal to the United States. They're loyal to themselves. They consider themselves above everyone else. They lord over us. But they only do that through imaginary power structures. And this is a fight. We have to take that stuff down. And we have to own it. But this show, like I was saying, is hosted by a true believer. I believe this. I believe in what we're doing. I believe in this fight. I don't believe in politics. Hey Ginger, good to see you over here on YouTube. I wasn't looking at the comments at first, but now I am. Hey Kilo, good to see you made it. Hey Chris, hi, long time no see. You're right. It's been a while. And we don't need their permission. Chris said, I agree, no one will give us permission, and I don't need their permission. We're not asking permission. It's not that kind of situation. I was talking to Babels a little while ago, and when I was talking to her about how people are saying I should shy away from the fight language, um, I think a lot of people are thinking this is going to be easy, and I'm not being clear enough. That's what makes me think that people aren't understanding that we are going to have to take this. We're talking about taking billions of dollars away from greedy people who have entrenched themselves in our society and have bought it up and got control of it. They're not going to give that away. They're going to do everything in their power to stop us. We have to take it. We're going to have to overwhelm their rigged system. And the other day, I shared a meme. Now, I didn't fact check it before I shared it. but it talked about how many people voted Democrat, how many people voted Republican, and then it had a big black section, and I took it as how many people didn't vote at all, but it wasn't. I shouldn't have shared it, but the point of the meme and the reason I shared it is there is a lot of people that either can't be bothered to participate in politics at all. Now again, when I shared the meme, people that were independent and Greens got offended. Like, I'm so naive sometimes. I didn't share it like that. I would never vote shame you. If you're participating in this fight and you're pushing for change, you are on my side, whether you're voting with me or not. That's something else we get back to later on, because I even mean that for people that support Trump. Not everybody that supports Trump is a bad person. That's something else we talk about here is reality. And the reality of the situation is that a lot of people are upset with how things are. Some are misdirected, but you're not going to win them over by treating them like they're stupid. They're not stupid and they're not bad people. Like, we can't win them over to our fight by acting holier than thou. You know what I mean? But Ginger says it is a fight. I've been jailed on Facebook for spreading the truth. Let's not pretend that journalism isn't dead. It is dying. It is literally dying. It's being killed in real time. And billionaires own America and control our government and media. That is true. That is true. This is a fight. It's a fight whether you're in it or not, and whether you realize it or not. You are in a fight every day. They're counting on you to not realize that and not take ownership of that. But the things that are going on in our world and our society that we don't like and we don't agree with, we don't have to tolerate. If we own this, if we stop thinking like losers and victims and start thinking like the owners of our destiny, that it is in our hands and that we are in control of it, and we take full ownership of this fight. This is a fight. It's just not one you've ever been trained for, taught about, or prepared for. But this is how change takes place. What we're doing is going to be historic. But while we're doing it, the cameras are going to be pointed away from it, and people are going to try to make it look like it isn't even happening. That's the sad reality of the situation, but it is the reality of the situation. And we need to understand that. So, yes, this is a fight. It's not violent. Hopefully, it never gets violent. But Kennedy said if peaceful revolution is made impossible, violent revolution then becomes inevitable. You can only back people into a corner for so long. Look all over the world. People are rising up all over the world. And that's what we're doing. Let's not get it twisted. No one's going to give us anything. There's not like a point where we're going to reach where they'll go, okay, guys, we get it. Go back to what you were doing. We're going to do right now. We have to change everything from the ground up. We have to rebuild the whole thing. That's what we're doing. That's a fight. And don't be afraid of that language. That's not implying violence. It's not, I'm not calling for violence. I am calling for people to be active, people to push hard and keep moving forward no matter what. No matter what gets in the way and how many no's we hear and how much we hear it's impossible and how the cameras are pointed away and it's hidden from everybody and everything we're up against and all of it. You got to stay strong through it all. That's we can only beat ourselves. That's what this show is for. I want to help people believe this because when you can't be shaken in your belief and you know you can get it, if you just do the work and keep moving forward and you put in the work and you have that discipline and the dedication and do that, you can do whatever you want. Now this is huge and it involves millions of people, so it gets kind of overwhelming at times. But when we focus on it and just realize that all you can really do is own your particular little section of it, you can own you, you control you. So fix your mindset and believe in this. We have to visualize this future that we're trying to build, that we're trying to make happen. We have to visualize it in our minds. And that means seeing something that don't even exist. Every visionary that there's ever been that's invented anything great saw a world or saw a situation that didn't even exist. We need to visualize what we're trying to do. Visualize a world with healthcare, where healthcare is a human right. You know, in other countries, in our economic status, in other countries like ours, around the world, all of them guarantee health care to their citizens. They don't know what it's like to open their wallet at the doctor's office. They don't pay for prescription medication. They don't know what that is. That's mind blowing to them. They don't understand that reality. I saw a video the other day where they were asking people on the street in other countries, these countries with universal health care, like what they think an ambulance ride costs or a flu shot or an inhaler and things like that. They had no idea. They don't know. That's what's true around the world, and they're telling you it's impossible. It's not impossible. What's impossible is the survival of their greed-driven, greed-based system in that world. That can't survive. This is their last stronghold. They don't want to give it up. So they're going to convince you that, oh, it violates your freedoms. You won't be able to choose your own doctor. That's garbage. That's garbage. But the more informed you are, the better you're going to be able to explain that to other people. Everybody wants it. You know, Pete Buttigieg says Medicare for all who want it. Everybody wants it. It has an over 70% approval rating. You're just trying to convince them that they can't have it and trying to trick them into voting against their own best interests. That's what they're going to do. That is their weapon in this fight. It's a fight. It's a fight. We're in a fight. And the media is their weapon. And they're using it to its fullest potential. And they will continue to. So own that and understand it. Jeffrey says Obama removed habeas corpus and Trump didn't say a damn thing about it. And while the Democrats were supposedly impeaching Trump, the maniac, they extended the Patriot Act for him. It's pageantry. It's pageantry. But we're going to change it. And that's why I used to do a news segment on this show. I used to do news. We really did. I promise you. People that have been here since the beginning know that. And I even covered some current events on the show. That's no longer important. Never was. That is distraction for the most part. I mean, never am I saying don't inform yourself, but be very careful how you do it. And be very selective with where you do it. You know, I could recommend some sites. Some people here probably could recommend even better sources. I'm searching always for better sources to get news from. But don't get it from the TV and don't pay any attention to their polls. And don't believe the garbage. Look, Kamala was a top tier candidate. Isn't that hilarious? Oh my God, there's so many memes. It's so funny. We could talk more about that too later on, but let me see what you guys have been saying. Chris says people all over the world will stand up. At some time, we will be strong. It's happening in small pockets. We are out there. The yes mindset. Exactly. You got to tell yourself yes. You know, the things that are in your reality that you don't like really only exist because you tolerate them and you allow them to exist. If you decide that you're going to eliminate them, then you can do that and you can make change. You got to decide that you're going to do it. And then you got to commit to do the work and then do it. When you don't feel like it even. And that's what I always say on this show. That, you don't have to live and breathe the revolution 24 hours a day. It's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to do all you can. What that means, it doesn't mean, like I said, it doesn't mean doing this all day, every day. It means doing all you can, picking something and setting your own limits, and then making sure you do it even when you don't want to. You do it, whatever you committed to, you do it. If you do that, if we all do that, if enough of us do that, we will be unstoppable. I don't care how rigged it is. It doesn't matter. We used to focus on that. We used to spend a lot of time talking about that. But that is all there. And that's part of the fight. We're going to overwhelm it, is what's going to happen. It's the only way it happens. We don't vote our way out of a rigged system. And that's the other thing. Like, I think we need to get realistic. They're going to do everything that they can. When I say everything that they can, I mean everything that we already saw them do, and probably some things we haven't even thought of yet. So they will do and attempt to do everything they can to rig this and to stop us in that way. But if we overwhelm it in the way that I'm saying, in the way that I'm hoping I'm getting across, if we overwhelm it with our numbers, then we can take it down. So it is a fight. It is a fight. Ginger said, when I came home from the convention and saw my 80-year-old mom who had watched it on TV, she was incredulous about my story. Thankfully, my daughter went with me to back up my story. TV looked like unity. The media is a weapon. Its job is to misinform and misdirect the public. That's what it's for. And it's excellent at it. They excel at it. So, and if whatever you're taking in from it, just know it for what it is. If you're looking at it, don't give it any value or credence. Don't let it influence your mind or your thoughts. These fake polls, we know they're garbage. We know they are. So don't let them bother you. And Ginger says, I'm picking on breaking Pete down. Ginger has been sharing a lot of interesting stuff, like, what was it? His staff was handpicked by Mark Zuckerberg? Pete Buttigieg, the polished, the one that I've said comes off like a Manchurian candidate and just seems like he's been coached like Obama, real polished. Yeah. And Ginger says, for anyone that doesn't believe it's going to be a fight, I suggest you watch this from the DNC convention in 2016. Let's not forget. Let us not forget. Never lose your sense of outrage. Do not forget what already happened. We came close, right? And they see us coming. You got to understand, they see it. We are crushing this. We really are doing amazing. Couldn't be going better. Look how big Bernie smiles every time you look at him. Tulsi, too. They're in on it together. This is happening right now. We're doing it. The only thing that can stop it is us stopping ourselves, us listening to all these no's, because that's all they can do is tell us over and over again, you're crazy, can't happen, it's impossible. Well, everything's impossible till it's done. So don't listen. Don't listen. Don't let them break you. Don't let anybody break you. People line up to tell you can't do something, but then they want to be right there with you when you do it. And oh, I knew you could do it all along. I believed in you. You got to believe in yourself, and you don't wait for other people to join your fight. Own it for yourself. This is our destiny and our future, and we don't have to let anyone control it. And we definitely don't have to let anyone take it from us. Visualize the world you want to the point where you can feel it. It's real to you. And then don't let anybody take that away from you. Keep moving forward towards it. Always focus on your goal instead of what you're up against. Because the stuff that we're up against ain't going nowhere. The rigged voting machines. You know how easy it is to rig a voting machine? We don't have a democracy, guys. We're going to have to forcefully take it. So, yeah, it'd be nice to sit here and talk about how, well, it's all going to be real easy, guys, and it's all going to be peaceful. It might not be. And it may very well come to getting out in the streets and being physically active, like a Bernie or Vest situation. Now, that leads me to another line that, because I've been kind of flirting with changing the name of the show. because it's not just about Bernie, you know, and this is our fight. And less I'm worrying about Bernie and more about us. We are the most important factor in this fight. Bernie's doing great. Bernie's Bernie's doing a fantastic job of being Bernie. I want to make sure that we are focused and we stay strong. And then I think we need to look at how we talk to the people that are still hurt, that would otherwise be allies in this fight but are turned away from it, and help them to understand that we understand what happened in 2016, but we also understand how change takes place. And this is a complicated situation. You know, we had a president once try to take this on from the top down. Bernie can't come in and save us. There's never going to be a hero come save us, Bernie or anyone. We have to do this for ourselves. That's why I'm mostly focusing on us and why I'm flirting with changing the name of the show to just The War Room. The War Room of the Political Revolution. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? You know, that's just something I'm kicking around. Steve says there's a video today of bulldozers destroying a homeless camp in South Bend under Mayo Pete's orders. Saw it on the convo couch today at the very end. I'll try to find it and share it. And Ginger says she already shared it. You guys are awesome. Steve and Ginger are warriors in this revolution, but a lot of you are. I see a lot of names, you know, everyone here, Chris, Kilo, all you guys are warriors in this political revolution. We are in a fight. You know, I don't want to shy away from the fight talk. I don't, and not because I'm pushing violence. That's, again, I want to reinstate that. That's not what I'm saying. It is a fight, though. There's weapons against us. We have enemies. This is a fight. You know, you got to broaden your opinion or your view of that word. It doesn't always mean like violence, but we are in a fight. And whether you agree or realize it, we ain't doing too good. So we need to come together because our power is in our unity, our strength is in our numbers. So when we come together and stand united by the millions, we can make this change happen. And that's what we got to do is make it happen. We're not looking to ask nice, we're not looking to negotiate. This is happening. We're going to take it. And then we got to stay vigilant. That's the other reason why I've been flirting with a name change because this show ain't going nowhere. Um, that's why I started putting my plugs in the show to begin with. I do these I do shows now professionally. This started off as volunteer based type of thing, and I still look at it that way. And it's still great even for me. I get something out of this one. That's the other reason why I'm keeping it permanently. But since I'm keeping it permanently, I started adding my promotions to this show. But just like when they're in any other show, that's just a commercial. So like I really liked, let's say, Seinfeld when it was on. But I understood that Jerry didn't want me to buy Energizer batteries when the Energizer commercial played. So it's just a commercial. And if you want to support what we're doing, then please do. But I never talk about the plug during this one, but it is there. So I just wanted to address it. It's like the elephant in the room because these are professional shows. And, you know, someone was wondering where the money went. Well, first that offended me because I'm like, okay, well, where does the money from your paycheck go? But then I realized, okay, well, you want to kind of know there are expenses, but that doesn't matter. This, again, I don't want to focus on that. I just wanted to address the elephant in the room that is there and it's going to continue to be there. I almost took it down today. I almost pulled it out because this show is not about me. I hardly ever even remember to say my name on this show. I have a message and something I'm trying to accomplish here where inspire people, motivate. I'm doing my best job at it. Hopefully I'm getting it across, but that is going to be in there. I'm going to leave it there. Even though To me, it's like a sore thumb. I hate doing it that way, but I want to stay independent. So doing them professionally, I have to do it crowdfunded because I don't want to have advertisers. Not that I'm ever going to get any, but independent shows, I'm not the first. I'm just a baby. So that's the only reason why it looks weird. But this is going forward. This is not stopping. This train keeps going. And I don't know why I brought it up. I do know why I brought it up because it was on my mind, and I'm always honest with you guys. And it spilled out. I promised myself before the feed I wasn't going to talk about that. But I literally did sit there and think about it. And I almost didn't put the link up there. But, you know, I I just feel like it belongs. This is it's my show, and whether you support it or not, that's completely up to you. And there's free ways to support what I do. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I don't like it. I don't like doing it. I'll tell you that. I'll be honest about that. And I have a lot of podcaster friends, and I'm purposely not looking down at my phone. So I'm not looking at the comments right now at all. I have to get this off my chest. I have a lot of podcaster friends, and they use it. And we talked about it. We all kind of feel a little shame, but we shouldn't. And I'm going to tell you why, and then I'm going to drop it because this is the situation we're in, guys. If you like independent shows, unfortunately, you're going to have to support them. It's just the reality of it. And, you don't have to. And again, there's free ways to support stuff like this. Share it. Totally free. Hit the like button. Completely free. Um, Tell your friends about it. Super free. Lots of free ways. That commercial, that Energizer commercial on the Seinfeld show, the tag in the description. It's just for those that want to do that. And I got shamed a little bit, and it rattled me. That fell out of my mouth. That's not supposed to be the topic of this show, but we got a whole burnout, and I'll get into it more during Conspiracy Theories and Chill because I got upset. This is the honest talking part, so I'm going to forgive myself for that slip up. I'm an emotional guy. I really am, and I am a believer. So that's where this show's coming from. It's coming from somebody with a good heart that's trying to tell the truth and really believes in this fight. I do this show because I believe in this fight and I believe in what we're doing, and I wanted there to be a positive message in it out there pushing us forward and letting us know that we're doing the right thing. So this is my attempt at doing that and my attempt at doing all I can so that at the end of this, I know that there was nothing that I could have done that I didn't do. But thanks for watching the Daily Bern. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest about this. I'm beating myself up in my head because I slipped up and I brought up that because I almost left the plug out. And tell me what you think. Because this show, I'm gonna be honest with you, isn't about me. This show is about the revolution. So maybe it don't belong there. That's what it kind of got me thinking that it don't belong there. But then it does. I'm in a polar. I'm fighting with myself. I don't know if it belongs there or not. But if I ever tag you in something, I'm not asking you to do that. That's just like the Energizer commercial that's running. It's just a commercial. But come back tonight. Maybe I'll stop beating myself up by conspiracy theories and chill. At 8 o'clock, we have conspiracy theories and chill. That's my baby. That's my baby, my original show. And tonight we're doing Ong's Hat. Now we're going back to our roots. This is a conspiracy tonight. Uh, we can talk about anything after the video. That's the way it works. I play a little video and then we hang out. So, but Ong's Hat's an interesting story. Don't spoil it for yourself. Come back at 8 and hang out on my timeline for conspiracy theories and chill. But this has been the Daily Burn, at least half of a burn. We got the burn out before I before I put my foot in my mouth. But I do that from time to time, and that is the fun of watching a live stream. But let's see. Kyle says focus on Bernie killing it right now. No, 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 no. We will. That's what the burn's about. And we already did the burn. I'm been off notes and we swerved and hit the wall. You ever watch like a NASCAR race where, everything's going really good and then all of a sudden just one bad and then bam, that's what happened. But we're going to get it back on the rails for conspiracy theories and chill. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for hanging out and supporting the show. And come back tomorrow at 7 because the first part's always structured, you know. And we're a baby show. We're learning our ropes and getting our legs as we go. We get better every day. So come back tomorrow and hang out with us again. Thanks for watching. And come back and hang out with us at 8 if you like conspiracies, for conspiracy theories and chill. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later on.